The old man put on his animal skin clothing and lay in his wife's arms, next to a coffin. The neighbors gathered around their home, watching the pitiful old couple. Tears of sorrow filled everyone's eyes. The old man clung to his last breath, waiting for his daughter to come back. 8 years ago, his daughter chose to marry far away, and her father feared she would be mistreated, without them around to support her. The rebellious daughter thought she had found true love, believing her father was narrow-minded. She wasn't coming back to discuss with her parents, but to inform them, and insisted that her marriage was her own decision, without needing her parents' approval. But when she called this time, she thought her mother was hiding the call from her father. Her mother repeatedly told her that her father was dying and wanted to see her one last time, asking her to hurry back. But the daughter thought her father was just old and helpless, and that they wanted her to return to take care of them in their final years. So she demanded her father apologize for slapping her years ago, before she would come back. After hanging up the phone, her husband watched it all and quickly urged her to go back and see her parents. The parents were so desperate, sometimes crying secretly in the middle of the night, holding their photos. With her husband's persuasion, the woman finally agreed to visit her parents the next day. But the father, consumed by longing for his daughter, weakly asked his wife if their daughter was willing to come see him. After hearing his wife's answer, the old man realized he shouldn't have slapped his daughter all those years ago. He asked his wife to call their daughter, so he could apologize. With trembling hands, the old man took the phone, using his last strength to ask his daughter to come see him. But the daughter, although she missed her father dearly, was still bitter about the incident from 8 years ago, when he opposed her marrying so far away. Now, she had a happy family and a successful career, and told her father that her choice back then was the right one. The old man had already felt guilty for slapping his daughter, but hearing her still complain about him, he passed away with endless longing and regret for her. The daughter, not understanding, thought it was just his bad temper, so she hung up the phone. It wasn't until that moment that the daughter felt a sudden sense of unease. She immediately instructed her husband to drive home, but just when they reached the village entrance, the car stalled. A neighbor rushed over to help push the car. Then the woman told her son to go play with other children. Unbeknownst to her, the other kids, upon hearing that the little boy was visiting his grandfather, shocked him by saying his grandfather had passed away. The boy angrily scolded them for talking nonsense, and tried to discipline them, but feeling powerless, he ran to his mother and told her everything the other kids had said. Furious, the woman yelled at the children, but the kids insisted they were telling the truth. The neighbors, seeing this, scolded the woman for being heartless. Her father had waited until his last moment to see her, yet she still refused to believe it. But just then, the wedding procession appeared.